Welcome to The Authored Life. We're Matt and Megan. As we continue on the topic of freedom, it's definitely time to define it and really understand it. So we've established over the last 2 weeks that you deserve success, number one. And number two, today's financial reality, that you're not alone if you're feeling stuck. So the next step in the journey is clearly defining it. You know, we're covering this because we hear the term financial freedom thrown around all the time, and I feel like it's lost so much of its value. It's such a crazy, powerful term in reality that I feel like it's really lost its thrill.
And I think it's also been misconstrued and perverted by the media. It's been made to be this greedy thing or this sleazy thing, like getting ahead by lying and cheating and hurting others. So I think that might be the reason why it's been watered down a little bit at this point.
I agree with that, yeah.
I mean, you don't have to agree, but I'll delete it from the video.
See what she treats me? That's just so mean. Anyway, I think it's been made as this thing about the accumulation of money instead of what finances can do to fulfill your own values. It means different things to different people. So it's based on your personality and your values. You know, some people want to have more experiences in life. Some people want to have more control. Some people more security. Some people want to go pursue a passion. For some people, it's the service of others. So there's different things we all want. It's just a matter of really clearly defining it. So what makes it problematic is that we have this feeling in our gut, something deep down that says I'm not living or even headed towards living my dream life. And there's actually a term for it. It's called the American disconnect. And it's the disconnect between our calendars and our values, that they don't match up, and that's creating a problem.
So I think we should talk about why it is really just so important to seriously define freedom and what it means for you specifically. Why is knowing clearly what financial freedom means to you so important? Well, if we invited you to come visit us here in Chicago and we described our building but did not give you an address, a street, and there were no street signs in the city, all you had to go on in this massive city was a simple description of a building. Do you think you could find it? Probably not. I can barely find things now with street signs. So it's the same thing with being very clear on what freedom means to you. Very simple. When your vision is unclear, will you arrive at your destination? Probably not. If you're hazy with what you want, what will your results be? Having a strong why is like a magnet pulling you towards your goals and through the hardest phase of freedom, which is the beginning, the early phases. So the question is, how strong do you want that magnet to be? Having that thing that drives you, when you know your why, you find a way to make it happen. Seriously, what do you want? You gotta have that fire within, that why that drives you and that pushes you to make it happen at any cost.
I love that. I love what Eric Thomas has to say. Be that lion. Go chase your dreams and hunt them down. It's not just going to fall into your lap. Don't be a gazelle and only run when you're being chased. You have to be the one to initiate it. Go after it. But if you don't know what it looks like, well, when things get hard, you're going to compromise your freedom for the easy way out, all right? So many people are like, well, you know, if this happens, I'm gonna go all the way in my business, or the second something bad happens, it's like, oh, will I ever hit my goals? And that's how it goes, but we ride this roller coaster. You have to have the attitude and reinforce it every day that you will succeed. You have to know your why and know what it looks like, what it feels like, what does it smell like? Because I can promise you this, the people in your field that you see hitting great goals and living your dream lifestyle have a clear vision of what they want. People who aren't, I can promise you, they don't have the clearest possible vision of what success looks like for them. It has to be a compelling vision, something that pulls you towards your goals. So with an average mindset and average vision will come average success. With a big vision will come big success. So Megan, here it is, Sunday. What can people do to create a clear vision of what freedom means for them? And I know with your background in counseling, you've got some great ideas for people.
Yeah, so the main thing we need to do is be more clear on defining your why. And we've talked about why that's so important, but creating a clear vision is 2 simple steps. Making it a lasting vision, though, is completely different. But this is a step in the journey before you solidify it. So first of all, you have to be clear about what financial freedom means to you and who it is that you're fighting for or what you're fighting for to gain financial freedom. So let's do an exercise. It's called the magic wand. So pretend that you have a magic wand, hold it in your hand. So you're going to wave your magic wand, and when you wake up the next morning, you have your ideal life down to the smallest of details. So now you have to ask yourself these questions. First of all, what would you do in your ideal day? From the moment you wake up to the moment you go to sleep. Even be specific about what time is it that you wake up? What time is it that you go to bed? Do you take a nap in the afternoon? Get it down to the details. The second is, who would you be spending time with? Who is it that you care most about your life that would gain financial freedom with you? The third thing is, what do you value? Because a lot of times what you value is going to be represented in your ideal day and what financial freedom will eventually give to you once you attain it. So the second thing is, do you understand why having a clear definition of financial freedom is critical? Really ask yourself, do you know why this is so important for you to hit your goals? Because you have to feel that importance day in and day out.
Those are two great tips, and something they can do throughout the week. It's not something that you sit down for 10 minutes and do, but really dig in and ask yourself these things. So thank you for that. That's great. So again, if you have any questions, please feel free to private message us on Facebook, or if you just want to say hi, anything you want us to discuss, we'd love to hear it. As you can tell, we are very excited here at The Authored Life. We're getting into some great stuff, and we're so excited.
So this is the end of this week's talk. Thank you so much for joining us, and we are so excited to see you next week. Have a wonderful week.
Bye everybody.
Guys.